Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Cleveland Guardians. With my partner, Chris Singleton. I'm John Shopping. Big storyline in this one is the recent struggles of today's starter. Just hasn't seemed to be able to find his rhythm.
Yeah, Boo, just look at these stats. We've seen his frustration building every time he leaves one up in the zone. Can't overthink it. Needs to just trust his instincts and let it fly out there.
First pitch coming your way next. Today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. What's the scouting report on him?
Yeah, he was a tough luck loser last time out, dominating his opponent. Soft contact. They were able to score a couple of runs, but outside of that, everything was sharp. You hope that he gets a better result this time out. Reward the guy for his hard work.
All right, ready to get underway. Michael Stefanik now at the plate. And we're underway in Cleveland. Just missed.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2-2 down. Ripped to first, caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Tap back up the middle. Throws to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. Adley Rutschman up now. He didn't just play baseball while at Oregon State, Singh. Adley was also on the football team.
Yeah, that's right. Adley was a place kicker his freshman year. Averaged 60 yards per kick. And we've all seen the highlight of him tackling Christian McCaffrey. Not an easy feat.
20 touchbacks, too. Not bad. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Pete Alonso. That one misses. Ball 1.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board. No, you don't need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Hey. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. And that's
inside ball 3.
The inside edge. And the count is 3-1. Sliced hard but foul.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Man at second. Right side, Manzardo. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now at Progressive Field. And getting the start for Baltimore, Cade Povich. What do you look for here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boo. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
0-2 now. Got him. One gone, bottom half of the first. Jose Ramirez at the plate. He's smart, steady, And a tough out.
Yeah, Boog, and he doesn't make many mistakes. He doesn't talk much either, but leads with his play on the field every single game.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. Just missed.
Outside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
In the air, foul off first. Brings it in. 2 away. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. What a stop. And they get the out. Back here in Cleveland, second inning set to go. Jordan Westburg getting ready to hit.
That's a ball.
Suarez, a former All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. In the air, right field, Bellinger under it. 1 away. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Here's the 0-2. This one in the air, right field. Fair ball. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Laureano comes up to hit. Second inning here, no score. Step off throw to first. Robert dives back in. Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. The throw to third, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Back-to-back base hits. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Nick Fortes in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes a nice running catch. Runner tags for third, and they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Jorge Mateo now.
Ball in.
Step off, throw to first.
No, he's in.
Laureano back on a dive.
Hey.
Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second. First and second, 2 outs. Michael Stefanik will hit next.
Hey.
First and second, 2 down, and Laureano in scoring position. Out towards right center field. That's a base hit. One run is in. Mateo coming home. Now a relay to the plate,
right
and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the second. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Yes, he did. That's a swing. And down on strikes. And there's one down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. Late with the swing there. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Gleyber Torres digs in for the Guardians. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Chopped left side. Westberg zips it across. And Gleyber Torres retired. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Just give me one more chance to shine on the highway. Hey. Here in Cleveland, stepping in, Gunnar Henderson. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
And there's one down. Here's Adley Rutschman. Doubled his first time up.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field. But he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And the 1-0.
Hey.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Just missed. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Hey.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. So up next, Jordan Westberg. He's 0 for 1.
Hey!
On the ground, out to short. They get the force, and that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Angel Martinez.
That's a ball.
Pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. That one out's against the fence. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Oh, Sam Huff up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Huff went deep in his most recent game. Man at second. And a foul ball. Swings through that one for strike two. Struck him out without a swing. And that's 4 strikeouts. So now with one away and a man at second, Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Swing, and he popped it up. Westberg settles underneath it. And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Quan in the box, lays off for ball 1. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. And the runner holds. Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the third. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Line drive. And that's the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Leading off, Luis Robert Jr. Ground ball right side, collected by Torres. The throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Ramon Laureano. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Strike 2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Nick Fortes. This one in the air, center field. Quan moving under this one. And that is that.
Let's come together. Oh, we'll live forever.
Bottom 4, stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 1-1. On the ground to the left. Henderson. Over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. First time up, he grounded to third.
Ball, that's outside.
The Guardians down by a pair. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
And there's a foul ball. Here's a 2-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking.
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. Eugenio Suarez blasts one out. It's his 6th home run of the season. One down. Kyle Mansardo digs in for the Guardians. Fastball for a strike.
Ball 2.
That's a little
Ball
high.
3.
And it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one in the air right field. And
That
he
ball's
can't
foul.
quite get there. It's a foul ball. Payoff pitch. Hard hit left side. Toss to Alonso. And there are 2 outs. Bellinger up to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. That misses.
Oh, that's low.
And that's ball 1.
Well, he
That's
looks more
ball 2.
focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Hey.
Oh, great stop. To first. And very nicely done for the out. This homer brings the Guardians a bit closer. On to the top of the 5th we go. This is Orioles baseball on the show Mid-Atlantic.
I've been singing those Delta blues, fighting away the tears.
Back here in Cleveland, we go to the top of the 5th. Jorge Mateo digs in now. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Michael Stefanik, the next to hit.
Ball 1.
One now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock.
Up next for the Orioles.
One gone, runner at first. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. Runner on the go. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Fights it off. You'll see another. And that's a strikeout looking. That K is his third of the game. Henderson wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So now the DH spot, Adley Rutschman. That's the third, Ramirez. And that'll do it. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning, Gleyber Torres digs in for the Guardians.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that is out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
On the ground. Throws to first in time. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. At the plate, Angel Martinez. Doubled in his first AB.
Hey! Nope. Outside. That's ball 2.
And a swing and a miss. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a drive. Ranging back. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Out to short. Henderson over to first in time. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. So digging in, Sam Huff. Caught looking his first time up. Just missed. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope. That's inside.
Inside, just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back there. Onto the home run porch and left, gone. And we are all tied up. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The lefty, the 1-0. This one popped up. Westberg should have this one. And that is that. Top of the 6th inning. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time. Good balance.
Runner on the go. Westberg in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Out in front and foul to the left side. Ball one there. And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but
Tim Herron will take over here. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. And now it's Luis Robert. 1 for 2. And fouled off. The 0-1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Dives, but it's off his glove. And the go-ahead run stops at third base.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. One's in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Laureano in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Comebacker could be 2. He comes home with it. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Man, he needed that on the mound, and he did a great job of helping himself out. You don't see 1, 2, 3 double plays very often, and they can definitely go very wrong, but that was great. Still one more out to get out of the jam, but it just got a lot more doable.
Fortes in the box now. Takes strike 1. Check swing, he went. And it's 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Out to short, Rocchio. And the inning is over. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Keegan Aiken. Here's the center fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Center fielder, Stephen Kwan.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone.
Hey!
You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Guardians.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
On both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Ripped to third and caught. Eugenio Suarez digs in for the Guardians.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
And first offering is fouled off. Fastball for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe
That's
down
outside.
in the dirt.
Outside with a breaking ball. And now the count is even. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. We go to the top of the seventh, digging in, Jorge Mateo.
Jorge Mateo.
Hey!
Just
Outside,
missed
that's a
with
ball.
that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Sends it across to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
The Orioles.
Back to the top of the order now. And now here is Michael Stefanik.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And that drops in for a strike. Stefanik wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that quickly 2 away. Gregory Soto gets the call from the pen.
Number 40.
And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 3 in this one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Pitch misses. Ball 3. And that one popped in the air left field. Martinez settles under it, and that is that.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. A.J. Minter. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians.
first baseman, Kyle Manzardo.
Nope.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. The 1-0. And
That's a
another
ball.
ball. Outside.
Ball, that's just
3
out.
balls, no strikes. And there's the automatic. That's smacked on a line to center. Takes it in for the out.
Great swing of the bat right there. Trying to get on as that go-ahead run. He just wasn't able to find a hole.
Bellinger.
The first one, Bellinger, is in for a strike. And that one finds its way through. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Everything came together for him. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Here is Gleyber Torres. Dive, and he's got it. There's one.
He's
Double
out.
play. What
He's
a
out.
quick killing to end the inning. ready to begin the 8th. Now here's the Orioles DH, Adley Rutschman.
Ball one.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Ground ball
Foul.
left side. Down the line, and it's foul. Pulled out on strikes. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso, 1 for 3. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Wastes no time there. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sends it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
Westberg stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
1-2 now. On the ground at first, and a base hit. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. 1 away.
Back-to-back singles. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in the play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Robert in the box now. Takes strike 1. Two on, 1 out. Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swings and he breaks his bat. Here's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good slider inside.
New pitcher on now, Sam Hentges. And into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Laureano. Swings through that one for strike 1. The Orioles with the go-ahead run at third, and we're in the top of the 8th. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Next one misses, ball 1.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Alonso touches the plate to score. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th. Now here is Nick Fortes.
Ball.
Two on, 2 outs. On the ground to third. And it gets by him. Robert on his way around third. And they lead by 2.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Next to hit, Jorge Mateo. Mateo at the plate now, and that's strike 1. The Orioles trying to break this one open. And Laureano in scoring position.
Ball.
On the ground to third. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Pete Fairbanks.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That one hit to right. One up, one down. So up next, Sam Huff. He's already homered in this game.
That's a ball.
Fairbanks measures 6 feet 6 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. The Orioles leading by 2 here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's out number 2. Here's Brian Rocchio.
And an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Rocchio not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. Two down, nobody on. To the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over.
Good.
And the throw is late. Missed opportunity there thanks to the misplay. Back to the top of the order. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Ball.
That one fouled off.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out. They'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
The tying run at the plate. And a 1-2. In the dirt. The 2-2. That one is upstairs.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Michael Stefanik. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. This to third. Ramirez whips it to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
For the Orioles,
Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Way outside, and that's ball one. Hot shot to third. Two quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Adley Rutschman. And that one is inside. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. And the 0-1.
Ball. Down.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. That one found hard the other way.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Felix Bautista.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W. Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, no free passes. You can't allow that.
Ah, that hit him.
I got him.
And
Take
the
your
leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Guardians.
And next is the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez. He's already homered here in this one. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1.
Nope. That's inside. Ball. That pitch is
An
out.
interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
That one's
That's ball
close.
3.
Rule the ball. Ball 3. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Tying run at the plate. That one almost got him. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Up next for the Guardians.
And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. Just
Yep,
missed.
that ball went out.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. The Guardians with the tying run at the plate. And the home team trying to pull it out.
Ball. That's out.
Check swing. Went around. And that is strike 2. That one is absolutely belted. Should be extra bases. They're waving Ramirez home. Now he launches a throw over his head. And he makes it all the way to third. So a costly throwing error there. Big spot, and Cody Bellinger stepping to the dish. That's outside.
That's out.
Ball 1.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
Off the mark there. Ball 2. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. On the ground to the left. Toss to Alonso, and they're down to their last out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Torres, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. That one way inside. The Orioles trying to close out a 1-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Check swing called strike. 3 balls and a strike. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
I guess you could say we've got ourselves a series, a split out of these first 2 games. Who knows what's going to happen? Buckle your seatbelt. It should be a fun, wild ride over the next couple of games.
And the final score here, 4-3. As the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Just don't act like my love wasn't nothing. Like I wasn't the one you was holding that night, telling all of your secrets in her. Guess you right, it's too good to be true. What's the point? All I needed was you. But time after time, I just fussing and fighting. Each time that you do what you do, and it's cool.
Don't listen, feel the sound.
And bring